So I just randomly thought, what would happen if I made a 9 circles level, but I used a song that did not fit the level at all? So that's what we're going to do today. I have a little level lined up here, and as you can see, it hasn't got a song yet because, well, we need to find one, obviously. Can I just say first, what the f*** was RobTop thinking with these map packs? Why are they the wrong colour? Like, why is hard blue, insane yellow, and easy pink? That doesn't make any sense. But yeah, anyway, let's venture to new grounds. Find audio. By latest, I guess. We don't want stuff people have used. Ooh, I can filter by category? Jazz. Perfect. Guys, I think we found our song. I think this one's perfect. It has no resemblance to a 9 Circles song. And it's also in acknowledgement of International Women's Day. That was 2 days ago now, but you know. Okay, so I got it loaded up here, and yeah, now I got to decide what colour I want to use. We want a colour that does not reflect the song at all, so maybe like an orange, like sort of like a deep orange. Okay, right, let's start making. I don't want to make this like a demon or anything. By the way, I'm not limiting myself to gameplay mechanics which were in 1.9, so like dash orbs, I will be using those, just the decoration will be 9 Circles-esque.
So I got to work building a pre-drop. Is it a pre-drop if it's jazz music? On a cube, ship and ball part like most 9 Circles level gameplay, and I realised that the music went on for too long before the drop, so I shortened it by changing the start time. That thankfully didn't really affect the gameplay because it had the same beats, so I didn't have to go and change everything I'd already done.
Okay, it's been a couple of days since I've done anything, and we've got the pre-drop. I'm not sure I can call it a pre-drop, but yeah, we got some basic gameplay. We got a cube part, ship, and a bit of a ball part as well. And now I have to construct this part, a very well thought out wave. And I think we should definitely start with a 3x speed into this wave here. And are we still mini? Okay, we are. I want to change that. Let's just play some gameplay in time with the music. Okay. I'm not going for anything too ridiculous, so I think we'll just give it a pretty open section to begin with to adjust to the sudden speed change. I'm going to need to study some 9 Circles gameplay for this.
Now this section was very trial and error. It was mainly just placing things down and hoping they would work, and obviously not all of them did.
I made it too hard. There's no way I'm going to be able to verify this.
Coming back to it the next day with a fresh pair of eyes, I realised that this was way too difficult for what I was going for. But as you'll see later on in the video, this whole concept just goes out the window anyway.
So, it's time to go through and nerf some of this gameplay. Okay, what if, instead of putting the coin here, and then having you go through that, what if instead we made it so that you can pick up a key if you go this way? So you're supposed to have your main colour go down this way and then up this one, and then this is the main path. But if for some reason you decide to do it weirdly and you come out this way, we can have this be a little key route, which could be quite clever.
And this is the point where I just dropped the level. I got a bit bored of it and moved on to other things like college work, enjoying my 18th birthday, being able to drive my new car and other videos. But during the Easter break, I thought I may as well pick it back up and power through it. It's been way too long since I last did any work on this, and I haven't even finished, well, anything. I haven't finished the wave part yet. So I'm just going to crack on. I'm going to try and get this all done today, and then maybe we can start decorating. It was actually more about a week, but hey, I didn't want to overwork myself too much. So instead of really thinking about the design for this part, I just decided to slap some slopes down on the editor and hope they worked, which is why this next part might feel slightly rushed. The ending was really lazy, just spamming saws everywhere, and I know it may look difficult, but all you gotta do is this.
So I went ahead and I just made some more basic wave gameplay just to sort of bring it towards the end. Just to finish it off, we got some straight fly, because who doesn't love straight fly? And this bit, I quite like this bit. It's just another small, fairly simple memory bit. You're just in a mini cube and you just follow the orange pathway. And then we've got some invisible blocks, coin that you have to unlock with the key and stuff. And it looks pretty confusing. And then you've got a little ball part as well. It's taken me way too long to get to this point, but at least now I can actually start the decoration process. Right, so I know that the actual design for these blocks are pretty simple. We just need to find these ones, yeah. And then in the middle, these smaller ones are used. And just give it some 3D line and 9 circles object. So I've got the absolute basic design here. We got a few spikes and we got the classic 9 circles design with the 3D layers, the same saw designs. So I just need to go ahead and just put this in the entire ship part. What I've noticed is that 9 circles levels have saws everywhere. I mean everywhere, so I've made sure to just sort of sprinkle them in where I can. They won't cause too much to the gameplay unless they're like part of the gameplay like that. It just makes timings more difficult and yeah. But now I've got to deal with the invisible part. And I'm pretty sure it's what I did with this coin route over here. We just use the 3D layered blocks like this to form a square that looks like a solid object, but they're actually not, and then you just pass through them and die. These are the actual blocks, which we want to not make too obvious, because that's the whole point of this part of the level. And I'm pretty sure it is this block that is used. Move these to editor layer 3, so they're out of the way, and then we can just go through and place these down. If we make these 3D lines a sort of darker orange, sort of like the one we've been using here, then we can make the actual outlines bright orange. And that's that fairly simple part done there. So we can just add these ground spikes, these ones that I think that are used, so we'll put those down there. Add some more saws around just to fill the empty space that we've got going on here. Of course, can't forget to add the 3D layer. And yeah, that's about it. I tell you, I do not know how people can create levels for like a living that aren't like 1.0 style, because I just find no fun in doing it constantly. Especially as nowadays you need to put a lot of work in. I mean, I have levels that are quite close to completion, but I just have no ideas for them and they never get finished. In fact, one of which was used as the background for an intro in my last video. I kind of do want to finish it. I might stream the process of finishing it. But anyway, so we've got the first cube part down. I've tried copying 9 circles where I can with the ground spikes and the saws, and I'll add sort of the pulsing and stuff afterwards, but we got to deal with this ship part now. Now I know that 9 circles levels have this type of thing in the background. It's like just a sort of gradient effect with these blocks, so I'm going to add the same thing.
Now for some reason this one took me quite a while to perfect. I had to delete it multiple times before I actually got what I was looking for.
I don't know why I wasn't doing this sooner, to be honest. It makes it so much easier. Oh wow, okay. I see why the really black one wasn't used. but I'm not going to go back and change it all, so I'm just going to lower the opacity. There we go, that's alright. So I think we're finally at that part of the level where we start getting to the actual 9 circles part of 9 circles, the wave. I've just gone ahead and done quite a bit without recording because it's really just most of the same. But we got the cube part, the ship part obviously with the patterns. I went for like a yellowish colour, I think it looks better, I'll make it pulse and stuff. And the same for the ball as well, just very standard stuff. And I've made it fade to black here, which means we can start. Right, so the coloured ones are separated in between black ones that don't pulse. Okay, I can create something like that. Just gonna make the background like brighter so I can actually see what I'm doing for the time being. So essentially I think this is all it is. It's just a sort of gradient pattern like this, and we change the colours of the coloured ones and we make them pulse. That seems simple enough, but I've got to do that for all of this. Oh, by the way, I already know that I am not good enough to verify this level, so if one of you guys want to have a crack at it, then feel free, I'll upload it. It's also probably wise for me to go back and add actual hitboxes for these, because I completely forgot that they didn't have hitboxes, which means that I've turned this level from about 4 stars into like a bajillion stars. Maybe not that many, but for this sort of spike part, we just scatter these around like this. So now we need to do the pulsing. This first part should be simple. We just have to sort of like pulse it to the beat. So now we just have to make this colour here be the pulsing colour of the orange, and then it should. But now here comes the fun part. Trying to figure out how to make this pulse. Now, I'm pretty sure that these will have to be black. These can't be the colour they are currently. So we need to copy the values. What does exclusive do? Someone please tell me what that does. I've never seen it before. Okay, so now we've got the colours saved. We just need to have these all fade to black. I'm pretty sure that we just have to make each colour pulse individually. So starting from 4 and then 3 and then 1 like that. Now I'm aware that this part isn't going to sync with the music, and that's intentional because it's just going to be even funnier when you play it. Let's add in the background again and see what it looks like. Alright, yes, that is good, but we also need background pulses as well. And if we have the background just on every other 4, I think we just gotta keep copy and pasting this design. I'm not sure how much of a fan I am about this this reddish colour. I think it's too red. It really kind of ruins the orange-yellow vibe I've got going on, seeing as the whole level has got that theme. So I think I might just try toning it down a bit. That's better, yes, this is definitely better. That was actually more simple than I thought it would be. I thought I'd be here for quite a while making this. If you have a look at the method that was used in the actual 9 circles level, it's ridiculous. You got like the background changes, and then you've also got the colours immediately fading in and then changing back to black. Also, I hope you've been keeping track of where the keys are in this level, because if you don't claim this first one, the second one won't appear. And if you don't get the second one, the third one won't appear, and so on. So
So yeah, it took me a month, but I finally managed to finish this level, and I'm not gonna lie, I really like it. I've always admired the classic 9 circles design and how it has been interpreted and evolved throughout the years, and I do enjoy Geometry Dash level building, but I'm not at all consistent. Anyway, that's about it for this video. If you want to play the level, the ID is on screen right now. I might go back and tweak some of the gameplay if it's too buggy or annoying, but yeah, other than that, I'll see you guys in the next one.